Peace and Black Power. I'm revisiting this issue. Black racist myth or reality. Because I'm still getting emails from these outraged white people who insist that I'm a racist. Listen, outraged white person. Brother Larry is not a racist. Brother Larry is a realist. It is you outraged white people who are in denial. Denial. Getting chased by crocodiles. If you think that I'm a racist, I don't go around beating up white people just because they white people. I don't go around hating white people just because they white people. Some of my best friends are white. Isn't that nonsense that you people say about black people? Listen, some of my best friends are white. That's just a fact. But they don't know they some of my best friends because that's not the relationship we have. They just people I know. You understand? I know black people. I know white people. I know all kind of people. But we don't have tension-filled encounters because we're really just people. And people who are just people, they just interact. You understand? It don't come to these intense encounters that you have with racist people. Now, the fact of the matter is, there are racist white people in America. They have racial attitudes. They have racial practices, and they are responsible for racial policy in this country that affect black people in a racial way. You think because black people point out racism that we're racist? No, that's just us saying, oh, that's racism right there. Oh, that's racist. Hey, you're a racist. That doesn't make us racist. That makes us realists. We really see this. Look, case in point. You take the president of the United States right now, Barack Hussein Obama. On all accounts, he appears to be a black person. Now we know that he is actually half a black person and half a white person. But to you white people, he is black. And because to you white people he is black, and that's not all white people, because he has white supporters. Don't think that because I'm talking about white people that I mean all white people. I've never met all white people, just you racist white people. And you know who you are, because the way that these words fall on your ears, it burns, it irritates. That's how you know you're a racist white person. When you hear a black person say racist white people and you get perturbed, you know you're a racist white person. You know who you are. I don't have to point you out. You point yourself out. Your attitude points you out. The way that you react to these words points you out. It should be a key indicator to you that you are a racist white person if what I'm saying disturbs you. Because if you're not a racist white person, then what I say doesn't really bother you. Because, hey, I'm not a racist white person. That's a funny black guy right there. In any event, you take the president and you see the problems that the president is having getting policy and programs that he wants passed. You look at right now the amount of public sector jobs that are being, or what they call government jobs, that are being created under the Obama presidency, and you look at the last 3 Republican presidents and see how their public sector jobs have gone up and his has gone down, because they know if they restore those jobs, that'll help the economy, which would again help the president. They're not trying to do that. That's some racial bullshit. Now, for me to say that, you say, well, how you gonna say that's racism? We don't have the money to have government jobs. We don't want to expand the size of the government. You wanted to expand the size of the government when you had those white Republicans in office. It was okay then. I mean, as recently as George W. Bush. But because this guy looks like he looks is the only difference between him and them. So what are we to think? Are we to think that that's not racist? Are we to think that there's not a conspiracy to unseat this guy because he's black? Come on now. I mean, that's what it looks like. You telling me that's not what it is? I'm telling you that's what I see. Now, that to me is called racism. Now, you say it's not racism, but hey, tomatoes, racism. What I'm saying is there are no black racists. Now, once again, I don't know how many times I have to state this. 2, 3. You have stupid black people. I'll give you an example. Stupid black person. White guys walking down the street at night. Stupid black person says, I'm going to rob this white guy. He doesn't mean I'm going to rob this guy because he's white. He means, oh shit, this guy probably got some money. I'm going to rob him. Now, tell you how this is right. Black guy walks down the street at night. Same stupid black guy says, oh shit, I'm going to rob that nigga. He doesn't mean nigga the same way Ku Klux Klan mean nigga. He mean him. Right there. Now, is that racist? I don't think so. I think that's stupid. And I'll tell you why. Because the cauldron of racial tension that exists in the American psyche, in your mind, in this country, has created the impression on everyone that when you see someone who looks like me, you're seeing a nigga. Now, I have this conversation, and for all intents and purposes, I tell people, Brother Larry's not a nigga. But I still get called that. I get called that by white people. I get called that by black people. I get called that by Spanish people. I get called that by men, women. And what do I say to them? Oh, you are an ignorant bastard. And they say, what? You calling me bastard? Absolutely. No matter what you are. Male, female, young, old, rich, poor. You's a stupid bastard if you call me nigga. Now, I'm not saying that you racist when you do it, unless you do it in a racist way. Ignorant, absolutely. Stupid, most of the time. Racist, on occasion. It depends on the context. It depends on the way you are trying to implement that shit. You understand? So now, there are nuances that have developed over time in this country. One of the nuances that have developed over time in this country is what is racist and what is not. When I tell you there are no racist black people, there's nuances there that if you are not a trained observer, such as myself, you might mistake for racism. But if you're a trained observer, you know when you are viewing racism and when you are viewing stupidity. A lot of the things that people point to and say are racist are really just stupid. Racism is when the police jump out of the car, take a young black person, throw him up against the car, search him, and then say, shut up, nigga. That's racism. When the same police jump out of the car, grab a black person, and throw him up against the car and search him and say, sir, we believe that you're carrying something, and that's not racism. Now, people say it's racial profiling. I racially profile people all the time. If I'm walking into an area and I see, I don't know, people who look like they terrorists, you know, not Arabs, white people with skinheads and tattoos with spider webs, I watch them. Now that's racial profiling. Goddamn right. Because they tend to be crazy ass white people. And crazy ass white people tend to be terrorists. Now that's from a black perspective. That's not racist. That's reality. Because a terrorist to me is a skinhead, a neo-Nazi, a Ku Klux Klan member, a Republican member of Congress. Those are terrorists to me, not Habib in the corner store. Habib in the corner store is Habib in the corner store. He so happy to be in America, he ain't trying to be no terrorist. He trying to be a good citizen. Now, tell you what, since I'm still getting these emails from these outraged white people, Bungie 35, to name just one, he says that for all intents and purposes, I am somewhat intelligent. Somewhat. Which again is a racial goddamn statement, right? For all intents and purposes, Bungie 35, you are somewhat literate. If you were totally literate, then you would be able to read the fact that there are no black racists. There are no black racists because not only do black people not have the power to implement racial policy and to engage in practices like institutional racism, or to just commit racial atrocities and then have all black juries acquit them because of the racial attitudes of the people. Not only do black people don't have, not even black police conduct investigations of white people in a racial way. Not black lawyers don't have white clients that they sell out. White lawyers have black clients that they sell out. But you don't have that happen in the reverse. So when we say racism, we're not just talking about people talking shit. Now, people talk all kind of shit. I know some black people that if you listen to them, and if you were stupid, you would say, man, you're a racist, motherfucker. God damn, how could you be that racist? But they not racist, they just talking shit. Because that same black person that's talking shit will get his black ass up and go to work and be like, excuse me, Mr. So-and-so, his boss, which is a white person, or his supervisor, which is a white person, or his friend, which is a white person, and yeah, they shoot the shit, play ball, talk about the ball game, talk about what happened in the game last night. Non-racist. Racist people don't do that. Racist people don't talk about the ball game with black people. Racist people talk about that shit with white people. And when they see black people coming, they say, psst, here come a coon. Or some stupid shit like that. That's racism. You know what racism is. Stop playing games. And stop insulting Brother Larry by saying that I'm just like them, because I'm nothing like them. That's not real. That's not reality. That's not racism. This is called YouTube.